First Radio Network and distributed by Global American Broadcasting, the Gab Radio Network.
The revolution starts now. Starts now. You're about to enter the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show. The Jake and Cliff Show is on. Showing you how real estate investing can make your dreams, your future, your financial freedom, your reality. And now, your hosts, Jake and Cliff.
Hello, everybody. This is Jake and Cliff. Actually, I'm Jake. I'm not Jake and Cliff. I'm not in a schizoid or paranoid schizophrenic state. It's just Jake. I've been working with my therapist, and I've eliminated the Cliff person. And thank goodness for that. And now I'm ready to. Wait a minute. What's that noise? Am I channeling the Cliff person?
Yes.
Anyway, enough frivolity and levity.
I'm in Jake's head.
I'm in Jake's head. This is the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show, and we are glad, as always, we're just pleased as punch, to use an expression, to be with you today. And one of the things that distinguishes our show is that we have a real live real estate expert, and he is really, golly gee willikers, just the cat's meow. And without further ado, I am going to introduce him now, Mr. Cliff Gager.
Yay, thank you. Yay, everybody's cheering. And the crowd goes wild. No, there's no crowd here. It's just,
gotta get that. We've got to get
just
that.
us in the studio.
It's just Joe in the studio, and Joe, Joe's got a bad attitude. He doesn't cheer for us.
We need the crowd cheering. Yeah.
I feel disappointed about that. When we go to the live events, people love us, and Joe just sits there like a bump on a log.
Yeah, he's our engineer, and he's not paying attention.
The board, and he doesn't see. He's not responding now. He doesn't care. All right, so before we get going here, and we do have a full hour for you today.
We have a 2-hour show today.
Yeah, unfortunately, we only have 1 hour to do it. So our on-air number, in case anybody has any real estate questions, is 888-909-1050. That's 888-909-1050. And our off-air number, for those of you who are listening in different time zones, is 800-396-1501. That's 800-396-1501. We encourage you to call in with your real estate questions or comments, and we are going to answer them. And you know what? We really are going to answer them because you're a real estate expert, and I'm just looking at these tour evaluations that we handed out to the attendees.
Right.
And they are their comments from the Fresno event.
Yep.
And they're very positive. They say very good things about me. There's one here that says, Jake was just so great, and Cliff really wasn't that bad either. So, I mean, there's good comments about both of us, right?
Exactly.
All right. So what I thought I would do to start the show, just to get into it, and there's a method to our madness, listeners, here, so just stick with us, is I want to read some of these and have Cliff comment on them. What we do is, Cliff, why don't you tell them what we do on this property tour?
Well, on the property tour, what happens is we deliver a training that a lot of the so-called gurus out there charge $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 for. I was shocked when I heard that people paid $20,000, $30,000.
I was too.
To go to look at properties. I mean, it's just not right. It's not right. So we do these free bus tours, and the free bus tours deliver more than I've ever seen at anybody else's bus tour. And what we do is we walk.
If you do say so yourself, Cliff.
Well, Jake, it's kind of a little factual because I was there.
Isn't the real fact right? You were the one who created
the bus.
I people don't realize this, but Cliff really was in there at the dawn of mankind and the dawn of the real estate event business, and he did create the proto bus tour.
Dude, I was doing bus tours in early 2000. It might be going back to 99. So I will say I originated the bus tour since 1999.
Okay.
And I say I'm the original bus tour. But what do? We go and we talk. The first part of the day, we talk about what to expect. I introduce the team because I usually have a team with me that's local, and they're people that you can work with. They are all vetted, and and they were all vetted by Jake and I to make sure that they are, people that are going to be doing honest work for you in their capacity of whatever they do. But the cool thing is once we do that and we get into it, I talk about how to look at properties. And then what we do right around lunchtime, we have lunch real quick, and then we jump on a bus and we go and physically look at properties until about, from like noon until 5 o'clock. So you get to see houses in different standards, whether they were being bought, they're available to purchase, they're in rough shape. We looked at one, there was a video, I think, on Facebook where they had beer cans and they were like 3 foot deep throughout the whole house. I haven't seen one of those, but I've seen pretty much everything. But on the bus tour, you get to see that. You get to see where they originate from, what they look like when you're out there, trying to purchase the properties. And then we go and we usually have 1 or 2 properties that are in construction in the shape of the, going from the ugly to the pretty. And then we usually have one that's really close to being completed so that you can see everything that's happening. Now, I talk to the students during these not about how to put designer fixtures in, not how to put in the highest expensive, most awesome looking Italian tile. I talk about what makes money in the end. What's going to give you dollars in the end? And I explain exactly what you're supposed to do to these houses from experience. I've done a few of them. And when you go through and you do these things over and over and over and over and over, number one, you build up an inventory of materials that you can use over and over. You're not doing one-offs. And what I mean by that is you're not doing, a pink pastel color in this house and then a blue pastel color in the other house. It's the same thing.
Some of the things we see in these houses are amazing.
Unbelievable.
Just there was one in one house we went into. There in the bathroom there was a tub and a shower combination that only a sadist could love.
What do you mean by a sadist?
The tub was down. Well, a sadist is one who enjoys inflicting pain on others. Or masochists, and masochists are people who enjoy. They get an enjoyment out of receiving pain. And this was a contortionist dream. You could not. The tub was on one level, and then there was all sorts of slippery tile. And the shower was on a higher level. Remember that? The shower was on a higher level. And then when you got out of the shower, God help you if you were in the tub first.
It was like marble, shiny
later.
Marble.
Right. And you had to negotiate these very perilous looking steps. I wonder if we have a photo of it to show the people.
We should have.
But the stuff, this is not the kind of stuff that you teach people to do.
Oh my God! It was. We
ought to have that. We ought to get that. I'm sure we have that.
Jake, it had a seat outside the shower so that you could sit down and watch somebody taking a shower.
Yeah.
It was just a really, really weird.
But when you were talking about that, I thought about that because I thought we ought to have this as a photo of what Cliff teaches you not to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. So anyway, we have some of these, and I want to read them.
Yeah.
These people have were at the bus tour in Fresno, or it's actually a property tour, but we go on a bus. But this is Alicia, and Alicia said, "I learned so much information. I like that you had different pros on site." What does she mean when she says you had different pros on site?
The professionals, the realtors, the mortgage guys. We had a hard money lender that's ready to lend funds today.
We have a construction person there.
We had a construction person. We had an insurance guy. We had the title company was represented there. I mean, everybody that you need to put these deals together, I bring together, and I give you the examples of who to use. And you might use somebody else, but for the meantime, we deliver. We give you the tools that you need and the professionals that you need to work with.
Well, and she says this. She says Cliff went through all the numbers and the procedures. She says the proceeds, but I think she means procedures of doing a fix-up. There is dollars to be made in every location and market. And this is something that I just want to stop. This isn't the end of this particular testimonial, but there's dollars to be made in every location and market. Aren't there people out there, including realtors, saying that, real estate is dead here?
Well, yeah.
Is that the case?
Yeah.
Well, she's saying that there's dollars to be made in every location and market. Where on earth did she get that idea from, Cliff?
Well, we're going to have to talk about the rest of this after the break, but what she's talking about is basically you can do this anywhere. And right after the break, we'll get more involved into that and be able to go in depth on that. But right now we've got some important messages for our listeners.
Interesting stuff. Okay, we'll be back.
You're listening to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show. To start your own personal financial revolution, call 1-800-396-1501 or visit realestateexpertonline.com. Jake and Cliff will be right back.
Do you have a great idea for a radio show but have no idea where to start? Or have you been hosting a podcast for a while and want to take it to the next level? If so, you need the Gab Radio Network. To host a show on the Gab Radio Network, all you need is your voice, and we'll handle the rest, from technical engineering to full-service audio production and much more. Every show on the Gab Radio Network can be heard on our station on the TuneIn Radio app. Plus, we put all of our shows on our satellite, which is accessed by over 5,500 stations. And here's the best part. You can host from anywhere you want. There are many means to connect to the Gab Radio Network remotely, and our staff of highly trained engineers and producers will make you sound like you're right here in studio. So, if you want to be on the Gab Radio Network, the same network that hosts the Small Business Advocate, Radio MD, and the Federalist, send an email right now to sales@gabradionetwork.com. That's sales@gabradionetwork.com.
Hey, Crystal, what you up to?
Oh, Fred dragged me to one of those dumb real estate seminars.
Oh, did you learn the secret to flipping houses?
No, their secret was a $40,000 sales pitch.
You know, John and I flipped 2 houses this year.
Really? Wish we did that. Did you fall for one of those overpriced programs?
No way. We use Cliff Gager's online training at realestateexpertonline.com.
Realestateexpertonline.com? Sounds expensive. Those seminar people were so pushy. Fred almost blew our entire life savings.
No, the price was so low we were skeptical at first, but it's exactly what we needed.
What's that website again?
realestateexpertonline.com. Cliff strategies are the real deal.
realestateexpertonline.com. Oh, here it is. Okay, I signed up for his webinar. I'm super excited.
I have a venti mocha for Crystal.
Oh, that's me. Thanks, Linda. realestateexpertonline.com will finally make our dreams come true.
Yep, realestateexpertonline.com worked for us.
Ever dream about flipping houses like on TV? Want more money in your bank account to do the things you want to do? If so, get ready to begin your personal financial revolution with Cliff Gager's house flipping training. Cliff's 25 years of experience will help you finally understand how to get great deals and create profits quickly while achieving your dream of financial freedom. This training gets straight to the good stuff so you can start immediately. Cliff was the mentor's mentor for many of the TV and seminar so-called gurus. He was the man behind the curtain, but now you can eliminate those overpriced gurus and get Cliff's best knowledge direct. If you really want to make money flipping houses, you need realestateexpertonline.com. Your personal financial revolution starts now. Go to realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com. realestateexpertonline.com.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff. Your personal financial revolution for financial independence continues.
Okay, and we are back, and we are talking about some of the comments of the attendees of the Fresno property tour that was held a couple of weeks ago. And there is a method to the madness. It's like people out there might be saying, what are you telling us about stuff that's old? Well, there's a reason for that, and we'll be explaining that. I want you to remember that our online, or rather our on-air number is 888-909-1050, and you can call in that number. And if you have any questions about real estate, Cliff will answer them because he is the proverbial real estate expert, and that is no kidding. If you're listening in different time zones, the number is 800-396-1501. That's 800-396-1501. And leave a message of any length and your contact information, and we will get back to you. And now we're going back to what we were talking about before. And where we left off, Cliff, was that Alicia makes the comment that she learned on this property tour, among other things, that there is money to be made in
Everywhere.
every location and every market, she said.
Well, and let me explain
people say
that.
real estate, location, but
doesn't
she
matter.
said every location and every market. That was impressive.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, because what happens is, why is that playing? My computer's freaking out. So any location, let's talk about that. We went to Fresno, and in Fresno there's 500,000 people in population. And when you have 500,000 people in population, you have every segment of demographic. And when I say demographic, I'm talking about financial demographics. You have poverty and you have wealth. So every single market has houses in them. Everybody has to live somewhere. And for the most part, everybody says, oh, you can't make money in the poor neighborhoods because the houses are too cheap or whatever. Hey, in Fresno, the houses in the poor neighborhoods are going for $200,000, you know? So you can buy those houses in that market for like $100,000. You put $20,000 or $25,000 into that, and you sell it for $200,000. And I'll tell you, days on market, Jake, we actually went through one house that Leo, our real estate agent up there, it was almost finished. He sent me the completed pictures of the house. Is all finished now, and the house is sold. I mean, it's literally, as soon as you get it done, if you do it like I tell you to do it, it will sell extremely fast. You got to price it right. You have to know what your market is. You have to know what the demographic of the financial demographic is in that area, and then you have to have the team there to put all those pieces together. So if you go into the lower income areas, or if you go into the higher income areas, money is money. And if you do things correctly and you buy it right, because you make your money when you buy it. You know, these are all proverbial little taglines that everybody says out there, and I hate to repeat them, but these ones that I'm telling you are true. You don't make your money when you sell it. You make your money when you buy it. If you're not buying it right, you'll never realize profits on the other end of the deal. And if you go into a lower-end neighborhood or a middle-class neighborhood or an upper-class neighborhood, if you buy it right, which is what we teach you during this bus property tour, you're going to make money. And as long as you follow the instructions that we give you, and I mean, Jake, did I not tell them everything that they need to know on the 2 days?
This seems to be the general perception of the people writing on the evaluations.
Well,
but I just thought it was interesting that she said that you can make money in every location and every market because this is not common wisdom.
It's not.
There's the supposed cognoscenti of real estate will tell you that some areas are dead, and that you should not try to do. And here we have this person being shown, because we were the ones who were there, and we were showing them that we could go to any location, any market, and we could show people how to make money. And she was very, very grateful. And that is Alicia. We have a comment from Elizabeth Perez. Liz was great. She's one of our video testimonials that if you watch our infomercial, you'll be seeing, or even if you go on our landing page, you'll be seeing. Excellent day with Cliff and Jake. That should be Jake and Cliff. We'll take that out in editing and put that back the way it is. Bus tour extremely beneficial for everyone looking to invest in real estate. I'm very grateful for all the information shared. The amazing, positive, and helpful attitudes and motivation and inspiration this weekend definitely has exceeded my expectations. I've been through, and this is the thing that cracks me up, and this is one of the things that got us when we were talking to the people. She says, I've been through tons of programs where we paid $20,000 to $40,000. And listen to what she says, Cliff. And did not get the details that Cliff's team has provided. Why is this? Why are people paying $20,000 to $40,000 to people, and yet they're coming back and they're saying that they're really not getting the information that they need? What's going on? Could this be fake training? I wonder if we can get Joe to do the reverb on that. Joe, can we get that?
Probably not. You got to give him a little heads up.
Could this be fake training?
Fake.
All right.
Training.
Manny, Mota.
So, I mean, why do they do that? I don't know why they tell you they're going to tell you everything, and then you get there and they don't tell you everything. You know, I don't know what they do at these events anymore. I stopped going to them years ago, but I hear people tell me what's happening, and I don't hear them saying a lot of, oh my God, we learned this. Oh my God, we learned that. Oh my God, we learned this. They talk about other party type atmospheres and happy times of, you know, dancing and stuff. Other than that, I don't know. And my own opinion is I deliver because that's what I said I was going to do. I said I was going to show you how to do this. So if you come to one of my events, one of the things that you'll leave with is the knowledge to do exactly what we're talking about. So when you have all the tools, when you have all the experience and knowledge, you know, like I said, I've been doing this since 1992, 91, 92-ish. And you take all of that. It's like when you walk through the bus tour and I walk you through the house, I tell you exactly what to do because I've done it numerous times. And it's not because it's a myth. It's not because it's a maybe. It's because it's a fact. You don't spend a lot of money on the rehab in certain places. You spend a lot of money on the rehab in other places. And one of the things that I got from this weekend was like, oh my God, you were telling me things that I would have never thought of and that nobody else has ever told us about. And it was like, this is common sense. This is like flipping houses 101. And maybe we should call our property tour that. So
well, but this is what I mean when we talk about fake training.
Yeah,
we're talking about training that really doesn't deliver.
And it doesn't, you know, because it's like basically. I don't know what they do, Jake. I really don't. All I know is I know what we do. We tell you what to do. We tell you how to flip it. We tell you how to buy it. We tell you how to find it. We tell you how to fund it. We tell you how to fix it up. And we tell you how to market it. And we tell you how to sell it. And we tell you how to get the peoples that are going to buy the house funded so that they can move into it and create the home for their family so that you can get paid and go on to the next one and the next one and the next one. If you're not doing that over and over and over and repeating that over and over and over, you're not going to make money in this. So it depends on what you want to do. If you want to make money at this, this is what you got to do. You got to come to one of our events. If you don't want to make money in this and you want to dance around and have a party and stuff, hey, our event's probably not for you. But we are on our way to the next break.
Okie dokie.
You're listening to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show. To start your own personal financial revolution, call 1-800-396-1501 or visit realestateexpertonline.com. Jake and Cliff will be right back.
Hey, Crystal, what you up to?
Oh, Fred dragged me to one of those dumb real estate seminars.
Oh, did you learn the secret to flipping houses?
No, their secret was a $40,000 sales pitch.
You know, John and I flipped 2 houses this year.
Really? Wish we did that. Did you fall for one of those overpriced programs?
No way. We use Cliff Gager's online training at realestateexpertonline.com.
Realestateexpertonline.com? Sounds expensive. Those seminar people were so pushy. Fred almost blew our entire life savings.
No, the price was so low we were skeptical at first, but it's exactly what we needed.
What's that website again?
realestateexpertonline.com. Cliff strategies are the real deal.
realestateexpertonline.com. Oh, here it is. Okay, I signed up for his webinar. I'm super excited.
I have a venti mocha for Crystal.
Oh, that's me. Thanks, Linda. realestateexpertonline.com will finally make our dreams come true.
Yep, realestateexpertonline.com worked for us.
Ever dream about flipping houses like on TV? Want more money in your bank account to do the things you want to do? If so, get ready to begin your personal financial revolution with Cliff Gager's house flipping training. Cliff's 25 years of experience will help you finally understand how to get great deals and create profits quickly while achieving your dream of financial freedom. This training gets straight to the good stuff so you can start immediately. Cliff was the mentor's mentor for many of the TV and seminar so-called gurus. He was the man behind the curtain, but now you can eliminate those overpriced gurus and get Cliff's best knowledge direct. If you really want to make money flipping houses, you need realestateexpertonline.com. Your personal financial revolution starts now. Go to realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com. realestateexpertonline.com.
Hey Fred, Linda told me you went to one of those real estate seminars.
Yeah, what a downer. It was nothing but a 3-day sales pitch to sell more overpriced training. Plus, the 3-day training they did was so vague. It was a waste of time.
Linda and I almost did that too, but we got lucky and found Cliff Gager first. Did you and Crystal check out Cliff's realestateexpertonline.com website?
Yeah, we did. Cliff really put together a complete program. Realestateexpertonline.com gave us all the missing pieces we've been searching for.
Yeah, the gurus only want to sell you expensive coaching programs. Crazy.
I know, right? We almost handed over $40,000 to those so-called real estate gurus.
Not only did realestateexpertonline.com save Linda and I $40,000, it also helped us start flipping houses and making profits quickly.
Hi, I'm Cliff Gager, and you can start your own personal financial revolution today with realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff. Your personal financial revolution for financial independence continues.
Okay, and we are back, and as usual, our on-air number for all of those listening in who may have a real estate question or comment that they'd like to make about the things that we talk about is 888-909-1050. That's 888-909-1050. And the reason why I enunciate like this is because Cliff always complains. He says, you talk too fast. And I went, what do you mean I talk too fast?
I had a guy that worked for me years ago, and he talked, and this will show my age. He talked like the FedEx guy. And there was a commercial, and the guy was a speed talker, and he would talk about this whatever, and he just talked like 9,000 miles an hour. Mm-hmm. And you do the same thing. You give out your phone numbers like 760-822. And I'm like, dude, nobody can even hear you say it that fast. But anyways.
Well, anyway, getting back, the off-air number is 800-396-1501. That's 800-396-1501.
501. Hey, you
Zero.
know what's interesting, and I don't understand is the people that listen to the show, they call in after the show's over. I guess because they don't want to be
I don't
on air.
understand that. I don't understand that either.
But yeah, if you got
they
real
do, we
estate
get a lot of
questions,
calls.
I love answering the questions and I like solving the problems. I don't think I've ever met a real estate problem that I couldn't solve. And
we literally do it every day, don't we?
Exactly.
Our
exactly.
our students call in, our prospective students, because they want a freebie or something like that, which
Yeah,
we're glad to provide.
Plus
So
our own stuff, just dealing with our own stuff on a day-to-day basis
that's right.
is what makes us work. Hey, I wanted to mention we're going to be in Santa Barbara on April 28th from 1 p.m. until 4 p.m. at the Courtyard by Marriott in Santa Barbara, Goleta. It's off of Stork Road in Goleta. I'm going to be able to do a real quick training. It's with the Santa Barbara Real Estate Investors Association. And if you're in the area, Santa Barbara, Goleta, what else? SLO, Ventura, what's some other places? Solvang. Buellton,
Los Olivos.
Yeah, anywhere if you're in this area, you've got to attend next week. From 1 until 4, we're going to be there, and I'm going to bring some of my I'm going to bring Jake. Jake's going to be there, and we'll get to go over some really cool stuff. We've got some really neat things that we've been developing and coming up with as far as strategies I want to present to this group of really educated, intelligent people.
Well, and also with regard to that, and I don't want to because we haven't talked with Dan Ringwald, who's the head of the RIA there.
Yep.
But he really, in the past, I can't speak for what he's going to do this coming Saturday, week from today, but he really puts on a good spread. He even has wine. He even has wine there. And so you go in there and you drink wine there, and there are sandwiches, and they're sandwiches from, not with that dumb Hawaiian bread like what you like. There's actual croissants. Or as they used to say in the 60s, crescents.
Croissant.
And as the hoity-toity people say, croissant.
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 Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be there.
It's gonna be there. There's going to be chocolate.
I don't know
milk
if he's gonna do
for
that.
Cliff.
No, I don't drink chocolate. Gross. Yeah. Anyways, so but we're gonna be there from 1 to 4.
I don't know if he's gonna do that either, but he in the past
he has done it in the past. I'm not sure. We'll ask him.
All right. So anyway, we have Tim from Fresno. And his comment here on the bus tour was, I really enjoyed it. We learned a lot from it. We learned formulas to quickly estimate repairs. What's that? What is that? We learned formulas to quickly estimate repairs. What's he referring to there?
He's talking about our deal calculator.
Okay.
The smoking hot deal calculator. When you do something for 20-something years, you don't. I mean, I do it in my head. Unfortunately, I can't. Portray that out to the public. But what happens is it's really simple math. It's really easy, and literally you can put all of these numbers together out of the. I guess you could call it an algorithm of the history of me doing these deals. And you just enter in a few things. In fact, all you have to do is enter in fair market value, and it'll tell you how much the repairs are going to be. It'll tell you how much the costs are going to be, the closing costs, your buying costs, what your selling costs are going to be, what your hard money costs are going to be, how much is it going to cost you in payments over time, for a specific amount of time. And then when you go to sell it, what is it going to cost you to sell it? A lot of people, they forget or they don't even know what these expenses are. Well, my deal calculator puts it all in there so you absolutely know what's going to happen. Now, I have to, add to that a little bit. This is a presumption, but it's a presumption based on, 1,500 transactions plus. So it kind of comes out. What happens is people we go and we look at these houses on the tour, and then we do the deal calculator, and they're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it works!" And I'm like, "Well, I'm telling you, it works." And then they get to see it. So that's probably what he was talking about.
Right, and these are the kinds of things that have them looking at you enrapt when they realize, and which is something that often happens with you. I notice that people look at you because all of a sudden they realize they're getting actual information that they can use, and they've never been to a real estate seminar where that actually happened, which, folks, actually is true. This does not happen at real estate seminars that you go to. They don't teach you stuff. They just basically throw out a little bit of information, disconnected information here or there. It's not coordinated. It's not connected, and you wind up getting what you paid for, which is nothing. But we give you something more. Now, this person, Tim, he says that he showed us the potential in rough houses that some wouldn't set foot in, and taught us to look at the bigger picture. The value that Cliff of what Cliff teaches is next to none. Now, what's he referring to there? And you and I both know what it is. But we went into this one house, and it had a smell to it that was just unbelievable. It was.
Well, you know what that smell was,
and that was the better of the two houses that I'm thinking
that
of.
Smell was.
They were right next to each other. I don't know if it was good. It was I don't know. That's what you say. You said that's the smell of money.
Yes, that's the smell of money. Yeah, because people walk. You got to understand, other people walk into this house that want to live there. There's people that want to live in all neighborhoods. You know, my aunt lives down the street. I want to live here because this is where my parents grew up, or whatever. And they walk into these houses that are horrific. And, they get smacked in the face with the smell, and then they see, the dirt and the grime of years of not taking care of the house, or just, it's outdated. It might not be dirty and gross, but a lot of them are. And, that smell chases them out of the house. So the smell is like one of the easiest things to get rid of. You got the house, and the smell goes with it. So anyways, I didn't, what else?
And we had that one, and it had this incredible red paint job on it. And
oh my God!
On the inside, and it was dark. It was really like going through that home was kind of like going through a session of Ghost Hunters or something.
Yeah,
like
but the amazing thing about it, the most amazing thing about that was there was a gentleman, probably I'd say 20s or 30s, across the street, and he was literally barking at us like.
I was going to bring that up. That was the next one we went to, because the first one we went to was, I think that was the first one. That was the better. As bad as that was the better of the two. Then we went around the corner, and we went to this dilapidated old thing. I think that one side of the roof was being held up by a lead pipe.
It was.
Remember that?
And a stick.
Balanced on a cement block or something.
Yeah,
like that.
It was a block.
And
of wood.
as we were going in, this guy started yelling, and
gang signs.
It was gang signs and stuff like that, and I really couldn't understand what he was saying, and I didn't know whether I wanted to. But there was one of the I guess the insurance agent was standing there at the doorway, and he was looking at the guy, and he was smiling, and he was nodding, and he was saying, yeah, okay. And I thought, oh gosh, I'll ask him. And I said, so Kevin, what is it this guy is saying? And he's smiling, and he's going, I don't know.
That was so funny.
So
that was really funny.
We went inside this house, and I wouldn't say exactly like it looked like a bomb went off in it, but it was in bad shape.
It was really bad.
And what did you tell Tim and the others who were inside that house? That could be turned into a buy and hold, couldn't it?
It was a one bedroom that had a old converted porch turned into the second bedroom, but literally it was all, the bones were good. You could have ripped the back room off of there and put a nice bathroom, and it was above grade. You could have put a, oh, geez, I'll have to tell you after the break. I mean, we got to go to break.
Oh, my
it's
goodness.
time to go. Look at that.
It's time to go.
It's time.
Break. La-di-da-di-da. Oh, there's the music.
You're listening to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show. To start your own personal financial revolution, call 1-800-396-1501 or visit realestateexpertonline.com. Jake and Cliff will be right back.
Hey, Crystal, what you up to?
Oh, Fred dragged me to one of those dumb real estate seminars.
Oh, did you learn the secret to flipping houses?
No, their secret was a $40,000 sales pitch.
You know, John and I flipped 2 houses this year.
Really? Wish we did that. Did you fall for one of those overpriced programs?
No way. We use Cliff Gager's online training at realestateexpertonline.com.
Realestateexpertonline.com? Sounds expensive. Those seminar people were so pushy. Fred almost blew our entire life savings.
No, the price was so low we were skeptical at first, but it's exactly what we needed.
What's that website again?
realestateexpertonline.com. Cliff strategies are the real deal.
realestateexpertonline.com. Oh, here it is. Okay, I signed up for his webinar. I'm super excited.
I have a venti mocha for Crystal.
Oh, that's me. Thanks, Linda. realestateexpertonline.com will finally make our dreams come true.
Yep, realestateexpertonline.com worked for us.
Ever dream about flipping houses like on TV? Want more money in your bank account to do the things you want to do? If so, get ready to begin your personal financial revolution with Cliff Gager's house flipping training. Cliff's 25 years of experience will help you finally understand how to get great deals and create profits quickly while achieving your dream of financial freedom. This training gets straight to the good stuff so you can start immediately. Cliff was the mentor's mentor for many of the TV and seminar so-called gurus. He was the man behind the curtain, but now you can eliminate those overpriced gurus and get Cliff's best knowledge direct. If you really want to make money flipping houses, you need realestateexpertonline.com. Your personal financial revolution starts now. Go to realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com. realestateexpertonline.com.
Hey, Fred, Linda told me you went to one of those real estate seminars.
Yeah, what a downer. It was nothing but a 3-day sales pitch to sell more overpriced training. Plus, the 3-day training they did was so vague. It was a waste of time.
Linda and I almost did that too, but we got lucky and found Cliff Gager first. Did you and Crystal check out Cliff's realestateexpertonline.com website?
Yeah, we did. Cliff really put together a complete program. Realestateexpertonline.com gave us all the missing pieces we've been searching for.
Yeah, the gurus only want to sell you expensive coaching programs. Crazy.
I know, right? We almost handed over $40,000 to those so-called real estate gurus.
Not only did realestateexpertonline.com save Linda and I $40,000, it also helped us start flipping houses and making profits quickly.
Hi, I'm Cliff Gager, and you can start your own personal financial revolution today with realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff. Your personal financial revolution for financial independence continues.
Okay, and we are back. And once again, our on-air number is 888-909-1050. That's for all of you who are calling in during the show with your real estate questions. And off-air, for those listening in different time zones and different days, is 800-396-1501. And that's 800-396-1501. And as we mentioned, Cliff, we get a lot more of those calls. We invite you to call in during the show. We have plenty to talk about, but we always want to hear our listeners and be attentive to them. And it's your chance to get some really good real estate advice and related advice from 2 experts in the field. And we're going back to this property tour, which I'm reading from the evaluation form, and it says it's a bus tour. And it kind of is, but we call it a property tour. And this is from Harmony. And she said, I thought the bus tour, Cliff, was very informative, helped bring the classroom lessons to life, because we actually teach them in the classroom too. We just don't go them on, send them on the bus tour and then pat them on the back and say, go get them, Tiger, do we? Right, exactly. We teach them other things as well. And she said being able to go see a few flip houses and learning how to make repair estimates was fun, really educational. And she says, I learned how to put lipstick on a pig, how to fix up a house. And then she defines it. She says, that which is, and I'm kind of interpolating here a little bit, which means I'm putting a word in or two, which means to fix a house up without investing a fortune into the rehab. That's interesting, Cliff. Let's talk about that for a minute. Is that a problem with people that first-time investors can fall into?
You couldn't hear me. My mic had malfunctioned here.
I was about to make a comment on that.
Yeah. So basically,
I was going to say Cliff is using sign language, and I will now translate.
Yeah, if you're listening to the radio, just listen really hard. You'll get my mental telepathy working. No, what I was saying is in Chicago, we're on WCGO 1590 AM, and a few years ago, I was in Chicago, and we were working on some rehabs, and the premise is to completely rip off the top of the house and take a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house and convert it into like this I call them McMansions. It was like a 5-bedroom, 3-bath house. And the amount of money that it took to do that versus the amount of profits they were getting back, it didn't make sense to do that. So what you could do is you could go down to the basement, you could bust out the basement floor and build a new structure underneath the basement floor. In other words, like drop it down 3 feet. And what that did is it gave you a 8-foot or 9-foot tall ceiling in the basement instead of having to, walk all crunched over. And then what you did is you put your rooms down there versus on top of the house. And it was like $100,000 cheaper. Now, and then what you did on the upstairs is you just modified what was upstairs. So you still had 5 bedrooms, and you still had 2 or 3 bathrooms, but you had more living space down below in the basement area. So like your TV room and your gathering room was downstairs versus being on the main floor. And literally what was happening is the rehab was $100,000 to $150,000 less, but the sales price was the same, Jake. So it's they always say there's so many ways to skin a cat, which I think is kind of mean, but I don't think they mean it literally. It's just that you have to do the smart thing. It didn't make sense to rip the whole roof off. And oh, by the way, it's cold in Chicago, right? It snows. So you have a limited time of work time. Everybody can work in the basement even if there's 8 foot of snow outside. So your timing for your rehab and your repairs still function. Whereas if you're ripping off the roof and you've got a big snow day or an ice storm or something like that, nobody's coming to work today. Well, they can work in the basement. So it made your production faster. And, it's kind of a little secret. You buy the house when nobody else is going to be working on the houses because they're doing all the stuff upstairs. You can get really good deals on the houses because all the investors take a break because they're all buying at the same time cycle. So anyways, I got a little carried away there, but
you did get a little carried away. But when I was listening to you, it reminded me of what I think, and I don't really watch these very much because they annoy me. These reality shows that are on the various TV stations, where as one of our ad people who wrote copy for us said, a guy drives up in his Maserati with his trophy wife and then steps out and proceeds to do this really extensive rehab on this house, winds up looking great. And basically what you're saying is that this is not the way to do it, and that this may be entertaining for TV, but if you really want to make money in real estate, this isn't the way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, your wife can be involved, and because
no, I don't mean that part, but
well,
I mean,
no.
Practically speaking, if you wind up doing an expensive rehab on a house, it's going to be problematic, and maybe you might get taken to the cleaners. You might not get your price. You might not make. You might lose money.
Well, anytime you hear about people losing money, 90% of the time is they paid too much for it. They put too much in it. In other words, they overpaid. They overspent. 9 times out of 10, they put things in the house like Viking ranges instead of something else. People want that in $1 million house. Right. You don't have to put it into a $100,000 house.
If you're really trying to make money, you don't need to do that stuff. It can
not
be done
to make it sell.
Relatively, not to make it sell. Right. If you want to live in it, that's one thing. But if you want to do a buy and hold for a rental, or if you want to flip it, that's not the way to do it. And we teach you the reality of that instead of the kind of fakery that goes on in the TV shows, unfortunately, which is great for entertainment, but maybe not so. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to put it out there. A lot of times, because I know some of these people and I know what happens, it's like, okay, what is that person over there going to do? Because they've got to be on the show with the star, so we got to give them something to do. I'm probably going to get hate mail. Right. But, okay, so send her to the designer center, or send him to the design center, or, and make some filler fluff for the show. I've seen it. I've heard it. Now, that's my own opinion, and if you don't like it, that's tough, but that's the visionary reception of what they're showing is, the trophy wives, per se, runs over there to the designer thing and picks out the Italian tile.
It's great entertainment. Yeah. Great entertainment. And now I have one more from Laquita, and Laquita was great. And I want to kind of close the show with this and make our closing remarks on this.
Oh, you got 14 seconds.
This tour was priceless.
10 seconds. Hey, it was priceless. If you got to come, check us out on
19th and the 20th.
Yeah, live
25.
You've been listening to the Real Estate Expert Online Radio Show with Jake and Cliff. The real estate investing revolution has only just begun. Want more information on your own personal revolution? Go to realestateexpertonline.com or call 1-800-396-1501. The owners of this show, this station, or any of its affiliates want you to know that real estate investing is risky. You could lose your entire investment. Topics and opinions expressed in the show are for informational and entertainment purposes, not professional advice or even factual reporting. The owners disclaim any responsibility to supplement, correct, or modify the content of any broadcast. Nothing in this content shall be construed to create an agreement, waive this disclaimer, encourage evasion or disobedience to any law, or constitute a submission to jurisdiction in any state or country. Persons or entities referred to are entirely fictional. No reference to an actual person or entity is intended, but is entirely coincidental.
Ever dream about flipping houses like on TV? Want more money in your bank account to do the things you want to do? If so, get ready to begin your personal financial revolution with Cliff Gager's house flipping training. Cliff's 25 years of experience will help you finally understand how to get great deals and create profits quickly while achieving your dream of financial freedom. This training gets straight to the good stuff so you can start immediately. Cliff was the mentor's mentor for many of the TV and seminar so-called gurus. He was the man behind the curtain, but now you can eliminate those overpriced gurus and get Cliff's best knowledge direct. If you really want to make money flipping houses, you need realestateexpertonline.com. Your personal financial revolution starts now. Go to realestateexpertonline.com. That's realestateexpertonline.com. realestateexpertonline.com.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-643-6931 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-643-6931 to take your call now. Call 1-800-643-6931. That's 1-800-643-6931. Again, 1-800-643-6931.
KCAA Radio is proud to announce that the Tri-City Center in Redlands is our new home. We're fortunate to be located among some of the best businesses in the region. Among our neighbors are Ray Chiropractic, Brace Connection Orthodontist, Pain Solutions Medical Massage, Rent-A-Center, MVP Staffing Agency, Jenny Craig, Salon Centric, and many more. The Tri-City Shopping Center is located just off the I-10 between Alabama and the Tennessee exits in Redlands. The Tri-City Center is the mall with the heart.
Hey, this is Gary Garver. You know, I've been having trouble getting a good night's sleep lately. Maybe you have too. Well, if you have been, South Pacific Sleep Lab can help you out. South Pacific Sleep Lab provides a personal study to help you find out how to get a great night of sleep. I've been having sleeping issues during the night lately for a number of reasons. South Pacific Sleep Lab evaluated me with an overnight study of my sleep pattern. With their professional staff, they were able to provide me with a diagnosis of my sleep pattern, and ever since, I haven't had much of a problem getting a great night of sleep. South Pacific Sleep Lab has locations throughout Southern California, including one in Fontana, and they will provide transportation to any of their locations at no cost to you. South Pacific Sleep Lab can help you